The Denver Broncos are 1-2 after 3 football games after another massively missed opportunity on the road at SoFi playing divisional rival Chargers. Had the Broncos won that football game, today we would have woke up and the Broncos would have had sole possession of first place for the first time since the fall of 2016. Guys, that was over 3,000 days ago. Denver let it slip through their hands. And one of the craziest stats that you will hear is that the Broncos trailed for exactly 0 seconds in the final quarter of week 2 and week 3, yet somehow lost both of those games, of course, at the buzzer. I mean, just unbelievable. Trailing for 0 seconds, I mean, you can't make that up, but losing both games. If you were going to isolate a reason why the Broncos lost week 3, it would be because of the offense. That's not to say that the defense had a perfect day, but the offense really struggled, okay? But within the offense, all right, I think the singular biggest reason for those struggles was starting quarterback Bo Nix. This is part of the job detail, right? Part of the responsibility. That old phrase, heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you're going to be quarterback for the Broncos and the term franchise quarterback is going to be tossed around, let alone expectations of dare Sean Payton say top 4, top 5 quarterback in the next 2 years alone, we're going to have to be critical, all right? And if you look at Bo Nix, just not good enough, all right? But I want to talk specifically about some of the moments that were huge letdowns. First of all, Bo Nix statistically, 14 for 26, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. It's good that Bo took care of the football, okay? It's good that he took care of the football. And in fact, Denver won the turnover margin. But as Bill Barnwell from ESPN pointed out in his article this morning, by the way, pointing out that the Broncos for a second straight week had an 89% win probability, 89.2 in Los Angeles, nearly 90% with 5 minutes left in the game, and somehow the Broncos lose. A big part of it has to do with Bo Nix, okay? It just does. But as Barnwell pointed out in his Monday morning article, being so risk averse is good to an extent. It becomes unhealthy when you lack explosive plays. And you can have an explosive play, all right, but you don't want to hang your hat on just that for an entire game. When you talk about 6 separate 3-and-outs, 6. When you talk about going 2 of 13 on third down, okay? 2 of 13. 0 for 6 on third down in the second half, which, by the way, not one of those third down scenarios was anything less than 3rd and 8. They were all 3rd and longs because the lack of success on 1st and 2nd down, right? You know, a lot of times we say, hey, 3rd down, money down, 4th down, like critical, crucial, right? But you'll hear other football people say the most important down in football is actually 1st down. And the Broncos' failure to do much of anything on 1st down leads them into these 3rd and long scenarios. So you look at the 6 opportunities on 3rd down, it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 13. Those were all 3rd down scenarios on Sunday. It's just super unhealthy. But Bo has got a lot of stuff to clean up. A lot of stuff to clean up. It started on the first 3rd down of the football game when he just flat out misses Lucas Kroll. And there's even context to the miss because you remember a week 1, Lucas Kroll was in zone, which a lot of defenses are going to be playing Bo Nix here moving forward if they have the personnel to do it. Because Bo versus man, then against zone, he's just a different quarterback. He struggles mightily against zone. So look for that. Just put that in your back pocket. But in week 1, you remember him screaming at Lucas Kroll, sit down. He's asking him to sit down in a soft spot, a soft pocket of the zone. But Kroll kept drifting right across the field. Bo was like, no, just sit. Well, now Bo Nix leads him like he's going to continue drifting across the field when Kroll is doing what Bo was yelling at him to do in week 1. That was the first 3rd down of the football game. Not an ideal start. He misses Sutton on his second third down in that opening quarter. And Trent Green, former quarterback on the broadcast, is saying, hey, Bo Nix has got to get that football further out to the left sideline. All right. And because he doesn't, he plays about 5 yards inside, Sutton has to just sit down for the football as opposed to continue to go towards that sideline. The DB just sits on it and bats the ball away. One of the easiest pass breakups of the day. But what else you notice, you go back and watch that the way that I did. I rewatched the games on Monday morning. Bo Nix's footwork is all kind of crazy. He's like standing up like a pogo stick, like his 2 feet are like 1 foot apart as opposed to just setting his feet with a solid foundation. That was a theme throughout Sunday. Let's talk about more of these plays. The missed flea flicker is mind-numbing, okay? One, it's put on a platter. I expect and I'm being literal, every quarterback and every backup quarterback to make the play that Bo Nix could not complete on Sunday. We saw a lot of backup quarterbacks play in week 3, a lot of them. 5 different backup quarterbacks started. And a lot of these guys just thrived and rose to the occasion. Whether you're talking about Marcus Mariota or Carson Wentz, you can keep going on. But like Bo just misses them. And my least favorite part about it is a touchdown there is not required. You are just trying to move the chains. I mean, a touchdown would be great with that much green grass in front of you. But I'm saying you'd rather leave it short in that instance than put it too long. All right? And it was just way out of Marvin Mims' reach. And he's a speed demon. So he needs to take some off of that, even if Mims needs to come back to the ball to catch it. And then you might even get a defensive pass interference there anyhow, as we see all the time, most recently on Sunday Night Football. What else here? The missing Mims wide open. This one, while from a utilitarian and function standpoint, probably wasn't the easiest. The flea flicker was probably the most wide ass open. But from a time score situation standpoint, the miss to Mims in the second half. Now, think back. The Broncos just go down and score on that first drive where J.K. Dobbins takes over the drive. The next possession, Broncos kick off. Jonah Ellis, what a demon he is. What a find from George Payton coming out of Utah. Rookie year, kid makes plays almost every single week. He punches the football out. The Broncos now have the ball with a lead that they just acquired seconds earlier. So they now have the ball in plus territory, up 14-10. And what an opportunity to go up 2 possessions. This could be 21-10, and Uncle Mo momentum is just pushing at your back in an absurd way. It already is. But it gets halted there because he misses Mims again long. Painful to watch. And then missing Sutton on 3rd and 10 with about 2 minutes left in the football game. That thing is hanging in the balance. This is when players make plays. Sutton beat his man on a go route down the left sideline, right off the line of scrimmage. It's wide open. It's as wide open as you're going to get in NFL football, right? This isn't college where you see guys running free, but we did see that 3 times on Sunday, and Bo missed them every single time. Now, you give him credit for the play to Sutton, again, wide open at the end of the half, ballsy play call from Sean Payton. But I expect, again, every quarterback in the league to make that play. So I don't want to minimize him completely, right? He had a 3rd and long completion to Cortland Sutton in that first half. He had a 4th and 1 completion to Sutton in the second half. It's not like it's all bad, but through the lens of a starting caliber NFL quarterback, and even elevated at that in year number 2 with this expectation around him, to be missing these plays. And by the way, what did all 3 of those plays have in common? All 3 of them. The flea flicker, the miss to Mims to go up 2 possessions, and the miss to Sutton, they were all out there in front of the receiver. And I wonder if the early season turnovers are in his head. Because Bo Nix, through 2 weeks, he's got 5 touchdowns, 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble. So I wonder if it's like like subconsciously risk averse. Like, hey, just don't be short. If you're gonna miss it long where no one can get it. I do wonder if that is going through his subconscious. But through 3 games, Bo Nix, by ESPN's QBR, which I really like more than passer rating because it takes everything into account. It's not just like a super simplistic a formula. It's proprietary from ESPN, where they take the level of defense that you're playing and just the time score situation more as opposed to the rudimentary passer rating. Bo Nix is 26th in the NFL in QBR. I mean, it's an issue. It's a problem. Now, I'm not saying he's going to struggle through the rest of the year. He could throw for 400 yards against Cincinnati's defense on Monday Night Football. He might. But through 3 games, he's a big part of the theme of this struggling offense, which has the Broncos at 1-2. So, and then one more note. Take away that touchdown from Courtland Sutton at the end of the first half, that ballsy play call where the Chargers defense is expecting to make a play at the line of scrimmage on a 4th and short. Take that play out of it. You're talking about 13 completed passes for 101 total yards over the course of an entire NFL football game in 2025. I mean, holy smokes, those stats hurt. They hurt. So Broncos have a lot of work to do. The offense has a lot of work to do. But if anyone has the most room to grow after 3 weeks within that offense, it's starting quarterback Bo Nix. Guys, appreciate you being here. Please smash that subscribe button. I humbly ask you. Like this video. Drop me your thoughts in the comments. Would love to interact with you there. But until next time, you'll hear more from me tomorrow.